The morning began with an uneasy silence, the kind that settles before a storm. In the heart of the city, streets that were usually alive with laughter, bargaining voices, and the rumble of taxis felt different. Shop owners stood in their doorways, arms folded, eyes scanning the roads. Street vendors whispered among themselves, glancing over their shoulders. Everyone had heard something. No one knew exactly what to expect. Blue lights painted the buildings in flashes of urgency. Police vans rolled in slowly, followed by patrol cars and a few armored vehicles. It wasn't a show of aggression, but a signal of seriousness. Officers stepped out in neat formation, adjusting their vests, checking their radios, their expressions calm but firm. The streets, once loud with daily life, fell into a strange quiet as people turned to watch. Word spread fast, a major operation was underway. Some residents nodded in approval. For months, even years, they had complained about crime, overcrowding, illegal businesses, and rising tension in their neighborhoods. They believed this moment was overdue. Others, especially migrants who depended on the streets to survive, felt their hearts sink. Fear crept into their faces. Not because they were criminals, but because uncertainty had become their daily companion. Remain calm, everyone. This is a lawful and peaceful operation. We are here to verify documentation and ensure safety for all. Cooperation will make this process smooth. Police teams spread out. One group moved toward informal trading areas, where fruit sellers, clothing vendors, and small food stalls had set up. Another group approached overcrowded buildings known to shelter dozens of people in unsafe conditions. Social workers and immigration officials followed behind, carrying clipboards, speaking softly to those who looked distressed. A young man selling phone chargers argued that he had lived in South Africa for 5 years and had never caused trouble. A mother clutched her baby and begged officers to give her time to find her documents. An elderly shop owner shouted that his business had been robbed twice and that something had to change. Each voice carried pain. Each voice believed it was speaking the truth. Some residents shouted encouragement to the police. Others shouted warnings, accusing them of targeting the poor. A few hot-headed individuals tried to provoke chaos, but officers intervened quickly, separating groups and calming tempers before things could spiral. Police commanders walked through the crowds, speaking directly to people, explaining the process again and again. Their message was consistent. Documentation checks were done carefully. People with valid papers were thanked and allowed to go. Those without documentation were guided aside, not pushed, not beaten, not humiliated. Their names were taken, their situations recorded. Interpreters helped bridge language barriers. Medics were present for anyone who felt unwell. The street became a living debate. A local woman said, "We are not against foreigners. We are against crime and disorder." A migrant man replied, "We are not criminals. We are just trying to survive." By afternoon, buses arrived. They parked quietly along the roadside, doors open. Those whose status could not be verified were informed of their rights and where they were being taken. Some boarded in silence. Others cried. A few resisted out of fear, but officers spoke to them patiently until they complied. Still, the atmosphere was charged. Rumors flew on social media, exaggerating events, claiming violence where there was none, spreading fear faster than facts. Police communications teams worked quickly, releasing statements, urging calm, reminding citizens that order and humanity must go together. As the sun dipped lower, the streets slowly returned to movement. Taxis started hooting again. Shops reopened. Vendors reorganized their goods. But the feeling of turmoil did not disappear. It lingered in conversations and worried glances. Some residents felt satisfied. At least something is being done.